You don't have to play anything. I can't sing worth a lick, and everybody knows that. But
come on, Rose, sing one.
yeah, well, this is just one thing that I know, and I used it a lot to get to where I'm at right now, which is nowhere. But anyway, I was waiting on a cut line one time for quite a while, waiting for these cats to come out where I thought they'd come out, and then they didn't. And so I spent a lot of time memorizing this little thing. This is not in difference to my mother, because it has the word Alice in it. And if you could just bear with me, I've done it once before, but I'll do it again. And it's a Seismic sad song. Now, he was a wino, tried and true. He'd done about everything there is to do. He'd worked on freighters, and he'd worked in bars. He'd worked on farms, and he'd worked on cars. And it was white pork put that look in his eye that grown men get when they need to cry. He sat down on a curb to rest, and his head just fell down on his chest. And he said, every single day it gets just a little bit harder to handle a hit. And then he lost his trail, and his mind got cluttered, and the words just rolled off down the gutter. He was an elevator man in a cheap hotel in exchange for the rent on a one-room cell. He was old and years beyond his time, no thanks to the world and white port wine. He said, son, he called me son, he said, life for you has just begun. Then he told me a story, I heard it before, how he fell in love with the Dallas whore. Now he could cut through the years to the very night that it all ended in a whorehouse fight, and she turned his last proposal down in favor of being the girl about town. And it's been 17 years riding line, and he ain't been straight none of the time. It's too many years of fighting the weather and too many years not being together, so he died. And when they went through all his personal effects, in amongst the stubs of the welfare checks was a crumbling picture of a girl in a door, an address in Dallas, and nothing more. The welfare people provided the priest and the couple from the mission down the street sang Amazing Grace, and no one cried except for some lady dressed in black way off to this side. And we all left, and she's standing there, black veil covering her silver hair, and old one-eyed John's, her name was Alice. She used to be a whore in Dallas. Let him roll, let him roll. He always said to heaven, just a Dallas whore.